spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I'm spirit-led. I'm spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I'm spirit-led. Flowing like a river of peace. I am nature's wandering child. Love cannot be added to me. I am made complete in the divine. I'm spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I'm spirit-led. I'm spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I'm spirit-led. There's magic in every day, like a beautiful song. As I'm choosing my way, there's a voice inside to guide me along. I'm spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I'm spirit-led. I'm spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I'm spirit-led. Everywhere and always I'm spirit-led. Everywhere and always I'm spirit-led.
Hello. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Traverse City, and welcome to anyone who's watching us on our YouTube channel this morning. My name is Yvette Babin Ringsmith, and I'm pleased to be here this morning along with Bob White, our fantastic music team this morning, and all the other volunteers. We're really happy that you were able to join us. We've got a couple of exciting reminders or pieces of information about what's going on here at Unity this morning. So let me share those with you. Firstly, the Deepening Discussion Group. Today is the monthly meeting of the Deepening Discussion Group, and we'll be finishing the Eric Butterworth booklet and deciding on our next selection. Please join us for interesting conversations and learning how to live the Unity principles. Also, please join Meg Gray and other participants this Wednesday at 5 p.m. for the Oracles group. This is a fun way to gain insight into your life path and purpose for some of the circumstances you face. Memorial services. Thank you to everybody who helped yesterday with June Neal's celebration of life service. It was a wonderful way to remember all of June's contributions to the church and to our community and the light she brought to the world. Also, don't forget this Saturday is the memorial for Cindy Nicklin at 12 o'clock with a luncheon served afterwards. The Pit Spitters game. The Pit Spitters will start their season this month, and Unity will be supporting them by attending a game. Please plan to join this fun event on Thursday, July 30th at 7 p.m. Tickets are $14 if we have a group of at least 10 people, which we are already very close to that. So that gives us $5 off. So $14 for a ticket to the Pit Spitters is the plan right now. Cash only, but we need to make the purchase by May 13th. So if you can check your calendars and see if that's something that you'd like to join us for, this is a great time to do that and go with a bunch of people that you know and get a good price on the ticket. You can purchase that from either Lori Colburn or Bob White. Lori, you want to raise your hand back there, and Bob White, of course, is right up here up front. Hot dogs and soft drinks will be $2 each, and a beer will cost you $3. Don't forget to purchase your script cards today. The sign-up sheets are in the fellowship hall, and this is an easy way to support the church financially, purchasing gift cards for things that you're already spending in our community anyhow, or even online, whether they're Amazon cards or who doesn't shop regretfully or not, shop at Amazon. You can use a gift card to do those purchases, and you're giving us some of that contribution along the way. So, and it costs you nothing more. So, great way to contribute to the church. You can purchase the gift cards for your regular monthly purchases in small amounts, and then we get a little bit of that percentage of the gift card that goes back to the church. So that's today at the back of the church there. And lastly, an announcement from the Unity Angels. We've got a couple angels here amongst us. I am not the spokesperson.
This is for Anne.
Good morning, everybody, from your angels. And I just want to say that all of you are angels. It takes a whole village, a whole team, everybody. This is like a family. Everybody pitches in all the time. So we have an angel team that visits people who are in the hospital, who need a little help, who need a ride to the doctor, who need a little support, meal, visit. And yesterday, those of you who were here yesterday know that we celebrated Celebration of Life for June Neal, who is the original, the OG for the Angels. And so she passed on her legacy to us, and some of the original Angels are here. Here's another OG.
That doesn't say anything about how old I am, does it?
No. You want to say something about the Angels? About what you do?
Oh, sure. Yeah, so like Ann said, everybody is an angel because we all contribute here in this community, but we kind of spearhead it. So we are grateful for everything that you do, and whether it's bringing food to someone who's sick, or whether it's helping take them to a doctor's appointment, it's really just, it's the essence of our community.
Yeah, thank you. Lori?
Before Cindy Nicklin passed, I actually started visiting her last July or August or something, and we developed a really nice friendship. And she was like, I don't want to live like this, but if I can get better, I will. But she was meditating all the time. She was in rehab and everything, and she'd go, oh, I just feel God. I feel God so much. And so when she passed, I was like, yes, she's there. It's so cool. But it was such a nice thing. It was just to develop this friendship with her. It was just so sweet.
Well, I am I think I pretty much original. Now I'm on the database, so I keep them informed addresses and the birthdays, and that's my goal now.
I'm Nancy, and I just kind of plug in wherever, so I don't, that's it.
Oh, so I just wanted to add, if you get an email from we do birthdays and thank yous and things with our email program too. And so if you haven't signed up with your email address or your birthday. Yes, today we do birthdays. Today's birthday Sunday. Yeah, we do monthly birthdays, funerals, and so it's just a real honor to serve and to follow her legacy. That was June's legacy. So thank you.
And we can thank Ann especially for taking this mantle on. And really, if you get an email, it's from her. Let's join together now and speak our, I'm sorry, Molly, one more.
We also need Kathy and we also need Meg to get up and talk.
Oh, yes. Kathy and Meg. We would like to, okay, Kathy first.
No, that's all right. All right. So I'm Kathy Baker, and I am the outreach coordinator. And basically what I do is we do our monthly donations, whether it be food, whether it be pet supplies. The last 2 months we did the laundry baskets for the Northwest Community Action Agency. So basically I figure out what monthly giving we're going to do, set it up, and then I take it to the place that we've chosen. It's pretty easy. It's actually a great way to give. It's exciting because you learn about all the opportunities of where you can give and the different places that accept donations. It's actually a very giving community. This is a very giving space. But if you would like to help, please contact any member of the board or Bob or myself, and we would be glad to have you on the team. So, thank you.
And I was asked to speak about the music team, so my name is Meg Gray. The people that are on the team, Carol is the music director, pianist, vocalist. She kind of wrangles us all. Her husband Roland is percussionist. We have Ernie, who is very dedicated guitarist and sometimes singer. Sometimes. And Ken, who is with us as well, guitarist, pianist, vocalist. Libby Robald sings with us sometimes, and so does our new friend Elliot. I did want to let you know Elliot has a seizure disorder and actually did just have a pretty significant seizure, so I just wanted to reach out and ask for prayers for Elliot. Is doing fine now and is resting, but it was a little scary. It had been a while since she'd had one, and it was significant. So, otherwise, so Carol gets our music selections to us sometimes at the beginning of a month, but otherwise, usually Tuesday of the week. We work on all of our pieces separately at home. We have our sheet music and recordings usually that we can work from. And then we just bring it all together. We just rehearse on Sunday, typically about 9 a.m., and work on it until about 10 a.m., and then bring to you whatever we've thrown together, and it usually works out pretty well. And it's been really wonderful being a part of the team, and everyone is essential, I feel like. Oh, and Kelly, I didn't say Kelly, percussionist as well. Sorry, I looked over there. Kelly, obviously, very dedicated percussionist, and he's amazing too. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you. I'm just going to do an impromptu thing here, but so you guys have now, over the past 3 weeks, you guys have been introduced to all of the teams and committees that we have and all of the individuals who do things behind the scenes. So we just want you guys to be aware of, these are all the things that we need to do to keep the church going, and these are all the folks who are doing those things to keep the church going. So you guys are the church. You guys are making all of these things happen, and we just want to thank you so much. And if any of you want to get more involved in some of these other activities, like Kathy mentioned, we've need help on the outreach team, and I'm sure Ann could always use more help on the Angels team or anything. So if you guys want to get more involved in any of these activities or areas, please feel free. We would love your help and your participation and your support in any way that you want to give. But thank you for all that you do already. Thanks.
Can I just add too, Molly, that the nice thing about the way these groups, these committees work, you don't have to commit your life to anything. You're not committing to a year. You can you've got some time, you're going to be going by Costco, and you've heard it's something that Meg's group needs, right? You can just bring that in, and they'll be so grateful for it, and that can be your contribution. It could be as simple as that, or it could be helping to run the committee. At whatever level that you're interested, just know that anything you do is really appreciated. All right, I think now we're ready to speak our statement of unity together. You'll see that on the slide. Together.
Sing our congregational song, I See Divinity in You. I see divinity in you. I see the Christ coming through in all of your passion for life and for love, in all of the glory that you are made of, now and forever on earth and above. I see divinity
right, as we join together in prayer and move into the next portion of our service, please take a moment to just settle and let's close our eyes if that's comfortable. Dear loving divine spirit, you run through and between each and every one of us. We feel it. We take this moment to be aware of our connection, the collective love that pulses through us, and with each word and smile moves on to the next. We're so grateful for this opportunity to practice, to connect, and to recognize our oneness. And so it is. Amen. And we continue on with our meditation. And again, maybe just get comfortable in your seat, gently roll your shoulders back, rock your knees gently back and forth. Feel your feet connecting with the earth. Take a deep breath in and feel it leaving. Do that again and maybe count to 3 as you exhale slowly. Settling into that space. Feeling your back supported by the chair. And again, recognizing that connection with Mother Earth. And from today's daily word, life is much more than mere existence. It is the expression of God's infinite presence within me. Life is eternal, vibrant, and sacred, flowing through every part of me. As I align with divine wisdom, I recognize life is not just happening to me, but through me. I co-create with Spirit, shaping my experiences with my thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Every moment holds the potential for renewal, growth, and joy. When I embrace life with faith and gratitude, I open myself to possibilities. Challenges become stepping stones. And each day becomes an opportunity to express more love, more peace, and more creativity. Life is a sacred gift, and I'm here to live it fully. As I affirm my divinity, I embody the boundless, beautiful expression of life itself. As we breathe these truths in, we smile as we breathe out, and we are filled with gratitude. And so it is. Amen.
That is simply not fair that someone should have to get up and speak after Meg sings with Ernie accompanying on the guitar. That bar is much higher than I can ever go over this day.
Maybe next time we should reverse roles and see what happens.
Yeah, there you go. You guys would sound really good. There's no doubt about it, even better. Well, good morning. My name is Bob White. I'm happy to be here, and I actually remember my name tag today, so I'm on my game. I had a couple of comments before I actually get to what I want to talk about today. We honored the angels, or had the angels speak, but there were so many more people here yesterday who were not on the angels team that were here to volunteer and to help. If you were here yesterday and helped in any way, shape, or form, would you please stand up? Angels, you stand up too. Look at this. You all did a phenomenal job. That was quite a ceremony. And I think that June's presence was greater than we had thought. Wherever she is, I am sure that she has talked to the powers that be and had indicated that yesterday would be a life celebration service in Traverse City, Michigan, and there is no way there will not be sunshine and blue skies. So we have June to thank for that also. And the almost the final comment is that the whole angel team is important. Ann Walker is the one who chairs that committee. She does things long before she's ever asked to do them, and I appreciate that. And finally, Nancy Newman is way too humble for her own good. She is not, as she said, a plug-in. Nancy has been here, I think, almost from day one, if I'm not mistaken, or close to it. She is responsible for all the decorations you see, for all the different seasons of the year. She's responsible for getting flowers and putting them up. When we have special events like we had yesterday, she's responsible for so much more. She's in here almost as much as I am. So I would like to give Nancy the recognition that she deserves, and to know that she is we are truly appreciative, Nancy, for all that you do, but more than that, all that you are. Thank you. And now, the title of my talk today is Spring Growth Planted in Divine Potential. And many of you have either started your gardens or are getting ready to. Although I learned the hard way that it's really not safe to plant much of anything in Traverse City until just about Memorial Day. But you could be out buying potting soil, fertilizer for the lawn, gardens, seeds and bulbs, and anything else that you plan to transplant. And I want you to think for just a second about the seeds and the bulbs and acorns and anything of that nature that springs to life. And the point is, they have everything within them that they ever need to become a huge oak tree, a beautiful display of flowers, or some zucchini that you'll have later in the year. They have it all, and so do we. It just springs forth. They don't have to do anything, except hopefully somebody, the gardeners, cares for them, tends for them, and then reaps the harvest in the fall or the summer or whenever. So what I want to talk about today is what we do in spring. Leading up to this point, we talked about letting go and releasing and renewing, and what can we do to strengthen our spiritual growth. And it never hurts to take a minute to think about what we can do with what we already have and how we can expand that. And that's kind of where I want to go with this today. Just like just like our gardens, we have our spiritual gardens that we tend to. And spring has a way of reminding us of the promise of possibility, the possibility of what we can continue to become throughout the year, and how we can grow, and how we can allow to emerge what has already been planted within us by God. We want to think about, or what we'll be thinking about, is what we have planted in the soil of our consciousness. Because the consciousness is our earth. That's where we grow from. That's where we determine what we're going to be, what we're going to say, and sometimes what we need to take a look at in order for us to be more in line with the presence of God within. When we do that, we can take a look at what thoughts that we're really holding. What thoughts of belief are we tending? And what conditions are we giving our potential to for further growth? And Jesus knew something about seeds. Think about it. How many times did he use seeds in his teachings? Things like the mustard seed, things like the sower of seeds. And he wasn't just forming metaphors. He understood that the seeds contain that deep spiritual secret, that what appears small, inconsequential, and incomplete on the outside is totally full of what it is on the inside. Matthew 13 says, "The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and become a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches." We may have no idea what is going to come forth from us. But if we don't tend to it, how is it going to materialize? How will we be able to share that with others that we come across? Now, in unity, the mustard seed isn't a lesson about faith growing over over a long time. It's the idea and the nature of the divine idea inside us. And all of us begin as simply that, a divine idea. Charles Fillmore taught that each person is a spiritual being, an individualized expression of God's life and love and intelligence. He tells us that we are not incomplete selves waiting to become whole. We are already whole and contain the full potential of the divine. Our work is not to create something new. Our work is not to create us. That's above our pay grade. Our work is to let what is already true become visible to the world and use our light to shine it on everyone. We have a book study right now on Lessons in Truth by Emily Cady, and she wrote this: "God is not only the creative cause of every visible form of intelligence and life at its commencement, but each moment throughout its existence he lives within." God is us. It is in us. And each moment of our existence, he lives within. There we go. I knew there was more. I missed it. Let me go back. But each moment throughout its existence, he lives within every created thing as the life, the ever-renewing, recreating, upbuilding cause of it. That sounds a little bit better. What she's saying is God isn't the one who planted the seed at the beginning, not only the one that planted the seed at the beginning, but is the life within the seed itself. The divine potential isn't something we once had. It's present, it's active, and it is alive within us right now and at all times. And if that's true, the divine idea is already complete within each and every one of us. then the ground we're talking about this morning is our own consciousness. Is our divine life thriving, or is our divine life struggling? It's our third principle. Thoughts are seeds. They create who and what we are. And our inner beliefs and our habitual thinking make us receptive to truth or make us victims of that which is not true. It can be prepared and fertile, or it can be hardy and rocky. And it is our choice entirely to decide which one of those two it will be. Jesus told the parable of the sower. Excuse me. And it's one of the very few he actually explained to the disciples. Most of the time he let them be and they had to figure it out. He put it on the table for them. He said there are 4 kinds of grounds. There's the path, the rocky soil, the thorny soil, and the good soil. And no matter what soil is used, the seed remains the same. It's the soil that decides, it's our consciousness decides how that's going to grow, how that's going to manifest, and what it's going to become. The difference is in the condition of the ground, the condition of our consciousness. The divine idea within us is not defective. The question is always about conditioning. So let us think about the 3 things that allow growth to flourish. And today it's going to be analogous to a regular garden, because that's what's on people's minds, and that's how it came to me. First is the prepared soil. Now, if you've ever gardened, you know you just can't pick up a handful of seeds, throw them out, and walk away. If you do that, you're going to have a handful of dead seeds. You need to make sure that the ground is receptive for those and has everything that it needs to have it grow. The same is true in our spiritual garden. It means releasing the old beliefs that are negative. The ones that say we're not enough. The ones that say that everything is always this way, it's not going to change. And those are the rocks and the clay and the hard soil that prevent us from growing. Unity teaches, as Charles Fillmore says, the power of reunification, which is really the renew and the release that we talked about back during Lent. And it's really nothing more than the spiritual practice of letting go, of realizing that surrender is a spiritual power as well. We have to be able to release what no longer serves us, because there's no way we can add to our cup when it is full. And if it is full of negative things and negativity, we know where that's going or where it will stay. We have to create that space. And what are the ways that we prepare the soil? Being in the silence. Prayer, meditation, and honest self-reflection. Those are the ways that we till our inner ground, but they lead to the conditions that make us receptive to what the divine has already given us and is trying to express through us. Romans 12th chapter says, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." It all starts here and here, and the choice is ours. Renewing the mind is another way that we allow the ground of our consciousness to be soft and receptive once again, and also to growth. The second thing that a garden needs is water. It's what nourishes and prevents the plant from dying. And we all know what it's like to have a powerful spiritual experience, a retreat, a service or a class that really lands with us, or a moment of profound prayer where we feel so connected to the divine that we have no doubt that Spirit is within us. Now, when we do that, when we have those moments, we can leave the church, we can leave the classroom, we can leave our prayer space and say, yes, that's the way I'm going to live. I'm going to start today. And then Monday comes. And then Tuesday comes. And before long, that experience that we thought so much about is nothing more than a memory, not a practice. Unity has some ideas: affirmative prayer, meditation, becoming still enough to hear that small voice we always talk about speak with us, gratitude, and some type of daily practice. The first thing I do every morning when I get up is I read the daily word. That has given me so much peace over the years, so much inspiration. I highly recommend it, but there are others as well. It doesn't have to be our daily word. But it does give daily inspiration and affirmation for exactly this purpose: to water our spirit, our seed every day, so we do not become a dying breed. Even when there is nothing visible. And that's the hard part. This doesn't happen overnight. How many times have we thought about something we wanted and say, geez, that's not happening. I must be doing something wrong. And then when we least expect it, it appears. It wasn't our time frame, it was God's. That calls for patience, which is not one of my stronger traits. And here's what I want to say, is that even when nothing is visible, keep the practice up anyway. That's faith in action, and that's the spiritual practice that matters most. The third condition is light. Plants obviously grow towards the sun, grow towards whatever light source they have. And spiritually, we do the same thing. We move towards those things that we give our constant attention to. That's our teaching on thought. Not that we can think our way to prosperity just by thought through pure mental willpower, but that quality of our habitual thinking shapes the direction of the growth that we experience. If we constantly feed ourselves fear-based thoughts, scarcity, anxiety, lack, limitation, that's what we grow toward. If we are constantly turning our concentration inward on true-based thoughts, that's when we receive abundance, possibilities, and the presence of God in every situation we find ourselves in and every situation we come across. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." We have to look harder for those things these days, but they are there. And again, it becomes our choice to decide what we want to listen to. Another thing that feeds us is this community, each other. When you show up for each other, when we show up and offer encouragement, our experiences of how truth has shown us something new and we accepted it, you become one of those growing conditions for everybody else. I love to hear stories like that. I love to hear what people have done to raise their consciousness. And is that something that I could possibly do as well? We are not solitary plants. We are a garden that grows together. Trusting the unseen process. God, do I hate the words, trust the process. Because it calls for that thing that I don't do well, which is called patience. But almost everything that happens to us is invisible. It happens from within. It is a message that comes at 3 o'clock in the morning. It is something that we started months ago that now occurs. I've been looking for that switch to flip and make things happen for 73 years, and I have not yet found it. I think it's time to give up on that. But the most important work in a plant and the most important work in us is that which is done invisibly under the ground or in the dark. That's what we have to maintain our trust in, that God knows the way, and we will be made aware of that in due time. It's particularly hard if you're in the situation of waiting for something, a diagnosis, something with health. And all I can suggest is know that the presence of Spirit is with us in every one of those moments, and the best possible outcome will appear. Eric Butterworth said, "We are human in expression, but divine in creation and limitless in potential." Limitless in potential. We're not limited by what we can currently see. We're not limited by what we can currently do. The only limitations are what we put on ourselves because the divine does not run out of capacity just because the results are slow to show up. When we have small victories, celebrate them. Nothing works better than acknowledging, I've changed. I don't do that anymore. I feel better about myself. I feel better about life. I feel better about my connection to the divine. And once that is felt, you don't want to lose it. You don't have to lose it. This is what the kingdom of God is like. A man scatters seeds on the ground night and day. Whether he sleeps or gets up, the seed sprouts and grows, though he does not know. That's what happens. That's what happening in the divisible is all about. We have all been planted. The divine idea of who we are, our wholeness, is complete, luminous, has potential, and is already within us. It was not given to us and not to others. We did not receive it because we did something well. We did not lose it because we didn't do something well. It is not earned. It's the natural of what we are, placed there by the one whose mind created us in the first place, and is with us as the ever-renewing, recreating, and upbuilding cause of it. Our work is not to create something from nothing. It's to cultivate the conditions of what we already have and are to become truly visible, to prepare the soil of our consciousness, and then to let that shine through us to everybody we come in contact with, and show them what we have become, that they may also. The harvest is already written in you. Your work and our work is to keep that ground tended so that it can continue to grow. I have an affirmation today that I'd like to say first, and we can say it together. I am planted in divine potential. I grow in the light of truth. Together? I am planted in divine potential. I grow in the light of truth. I hope your gardens at home flourish this season. And our spiritual gardens, if we do the work, will bloom beyond our wildest expectations. If we simply prepare, tend to it. And I did not know that Meg was going to sing that song, but the last 3 words I wrote today were "Let it be." Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Bob, for that. All right. This is now our time of offering, a time to share our financial gifts with the ministry. And as children of a loving God, we live in the light of abundance, deeply grateful for all that has been given and all that is to come. We embrace the good that God provides with joy and thanksgiving. Let's speak together our prosperity blessing. The words are found on the slide. Together, God is the constant, unconditional, and unfailing source of good in my life. And so it is.
Grow in love, grow in love, forever grow in love. It's the seed that we can sow, wherever the world grows. Our family, we are friends, and the deal never ends. Together we're forever grow in love. We see the sunshine, we bless the rain. Don't you know the sun will shine again? We have God's light in our hearts.
Wow. Thank you, music team. Ken, Ernie, Meg, Kelly, what a great job. We really appreciate you this morning. And the fellowship team is at the back of the church, and they have a lovely spread for you all to enjoy as well. A big thank you to them. And Bob White, thank you. So let's join together for our closing service, our closing prayer. Our closing circle and prayer.
Lori. There was one more shout out that I forgot to offer, and that is to Dave Hubble, who was filling in at very short notice in the AV room today. Thank you for that, David. And thank you to Carolyn for taking the dog and getting him off the spot and letting him come in here. So I thank you both very much for that. Well, she was taking the dog to the vet. A little aside there, sorry. Okay, let's take a breath. And if you know of someone who is in need of prayer, in a situation that they're having difficulty with, are sick, or just need some assistance, please feel free to whisper their name into the center of our circle. We release these words to the universe, knowing that whoever is in need of hearing them will. I also want to mention that there will be prayer chaplains, one at the front of the church, one at the lobby, for anyone who would like to have individual prayer today. And let us close with our prayer for protection, which is on the screen. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.